Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I've told you guys before that I've always really been a happy person, right? Well, there's things that I used to do. I used to get angry a lot. And if you kind of like went against me, I got mad. And I used to cuss a lot. And I cuss every once in a while. I'll say a bad word, but like I don't say like the big words. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you a funny story. My youngest son, Harrison, when he was like a year and a half old, I used to say the F word all the time. And I didn't really I wasn't like F, 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 F. I would just be like, oh, F. If I forgot something in the house and I was already in the car, I'd go, oh, F. Well, one day at preschool, he was only a year and a half. And my dear friend owned the daycare, and she's a Christian woman, and all the people that worked there were Christian women. And Harrison was always advanced, so he was a year and a half old, and he was in the 2-year-old room. And they had a gate that would swing inward, so the kids couldn't push their way out if they were trying to come out. Well, he saw a teacher go through the door, and he went to go push the door to go open it, and it didn't open. He went, F. And she called me up at work and she's like, Connie, you're never going to believe what Harrison said. I said, Mama. She said, no. Daddy? No. I said, I don't know. What'd he say? She goes, he said the F word. And I was like, no. And she told me what happened. I was like, oh my gosh, no way. So I stopped saying the F word at that time. Anyways, so that was like long time ago. And I would still say it every once in a while, but I wouldn't use it as casually as I ever did. But the last relationship that I went in, that my soon-to-be ex, I know that the reason I had to go through that now, and it was because not that I wasn't a loving person, and not that I didn't love God. It wasn't that. It was to break me from the material world. I wanted to read something to you. This is from Colossians 3. And it's a little long, but bear with me. It will make total sense. Starting at verse 1. Since you have been raised to new life with Christ, set your sights on the realities of heaven, where Christ sits in the place of honor at God's right hand. Think about the things of heaven, not the things of earth. For you died to this life, and your real life is hidden with Christ in God. And when Christ, who is your life, is revealed to the whole world, you will share in all his glory. So put to death the sinful earthly things lurking within you. That's what I had to do. Have nothing to do with sexual immorality, impurity, lust, and evil desires. Do not be greedy, for a greedy person is an idolater, worshiping the things of this world. Because of these sins, the anger of God is coming. You used to do these things when your life was still part of the world. I did. But now it's time to get rid of anger, rage, malicious behavior, slander, and dirty language. That's what I had to do. Don't lie to each other, for you have stripped off your old sinful nature and all its wicked deeds. Put on your new nature and be renewed as you learn to know your Creator and become like Him. In this new life, it doesn't matter if you are a Jew or a Gentile, circumcised or uncircumcised, barbaric, uncivilized, slave or free. Christ is all that matters, and He lives in all of us. Since God chose you to be the holy people He loves, you must clothe yourself with tender-hearted mercy, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Make allowances for each other's faults and forgive anyone who offends you. Remember, the Lord forgave you, so you must forgive others. Above all, clothe yourself with love, which binds us all together in perfect harmony. You guys, that is what life is about. Before I read that, I had told my son and my daughter-in-law that if we set our eyes above and get our healing from below, which is the earth, everything else in the middle doesn't matter. And it doesn't. It is truly meant to terrify us. It is truly meant to bring us down. I was in the shower last night, and a lot of people get ideas in the shower. I know when I did mortgage loans, that's where all my ideas came from, is when I was in the shower for whatever reason. I think it's because we stimulate the brain by washing your hair, anyways, or you're just cleansing your mind, whatever. But he told me that our beliefs and what we dwell on is what determines what we experience. And I thought about that for a minute. I'm like, what? And I'm thinking, okay, well, I believe this, but in the heart of hearts, I didn't. So when you truly believe with your whole heart in something, it will happen. Guaranteed. When you have any doubts, any insecurities, those are the demons that we fight against. Because remember, guys, we don't fight flesh and blood. We fight spirits and principalities. And if we are all connected, then doesn't it behoove us to actually help somebody come from the darkness into the light? I want to leave the lasting impression that I am just a carefree, joyful person, because I am. I don't want to get bogged down with all the drama. Like I had to get, I asked my daughter if she could ask my son-in-law if he could take the day off on my court date when I go to court, which is next month. And so that my daughter-in-law can come with me. And it's kind of a weird situation, but anyways, she got mad at me. She's like, well, I don't know if they've already made the schedule. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. I'll just get somebody else. I didn't let it affect me. And I'm not going to, because I know that somebody will go with me. I've already got another witness lined up if she doesn't go. 2 more, actually. But again, it's what we dwell on. It's what we truly believe is going to happen is what we are going to experience. So keep your eyes on God. The things in this world don't matter. The people are connected through God. And if you've got somebody that you don't get along with, be nice and loving to them. So what? Who cares if you're nice to somebody who's not nice to you? What does that show? All it shows is that you love God. That's all it shows. It doesn't show anything to that person. It just shows that you love God. If somebody's now, what I'm going to tell you too is don't be taken advantage of. You don't have to accept bad behavior in order to love somebody, period. You can love somebody from a distance, but you don't have to be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't love you and show them love. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is show kindness when you're not around that person to that person, because your words matter. Your words are the only way God hears you speaking about another person. Your thoughts matter too. He knows our thoughts because he's within us. So keep your eyes positive, your thoughts positive, your eyes set on God, and everything will be fine. I promise you. It is for me. And I woke up this morning and I was debating on whether I was going to go to the courthouse to file the notice of hearing, because I had to mail that to my ex or soon to be ex, and all of a sudden my dog wanted to go out, and he never wants to go out before I take my son to school, but he did, and I was already dressed, and I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Since he's ready, I'll just go after that. So I went and did it, and when I got in the car this morning, if you haven't heard this song, you've got to listen to it, because it will totally just make you want to get up and dance. It's called World on Fire. It's by For King and Country. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is just such an upbeat tempo song. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.